those who were buried, are remembered only for a few days. There is not even a single moment in which those whose bodies were burned, whose ashes were thrown away, are not remembered. Those that prefer the soil can even be buried under a mausoleum based on their wealth. However, all the beings are monuments for those whose ashes were thrown away. I am the man of the cemeteries, rather than maternity wards. I write about the graveyards in the Straits, in Melbourne, in foreign lands, further lands. Since my attempts to extract poetry from the skyscrapers failed, that's because I can't write this poem down in the performance plans. Wherever I go, the first thing I search for, I look for, is my gravestones, my gravestones. Isn't it that I long for 60s, 70s? Each and every of my steps go to the bright past. Will you read this poem more if I will tell you I talked with the dead? Or what if I would say the dead dictated this poem to me? On the contrary, I didn't talk with them, they talked with me. And this poem, they didn't dictate it to me, I dictated it to them. That means the writer of this poem is dead. This was obvious from the fact that he fell in love with women who lived a century earlier than him. You can't find the enthusiasm and the exciting waiting of the maternity wards here. However, if each end is a beginning, each death is a birth. Think about this and you will start hearing in the cemetery the same exciting waiting, the same enthusiasm. Then who gives birth to dead? They are the ones who give birth without being born themselves. If I would be religious, I would consider the fact that my photo camera broke down in the cemetery, and that all photos appeared white as the message sent by the dead. But beware, this message of the dead does not necessitate the existence of God. I have sent my greetings to Minjerribah at North Stradbroke Island, to the great heart, to the great brain, to Udjuru Nunako, by a flock of birds, a willy wagtail, a white-bellied sea eagle, a crested pigeon, a bush stone curlew. I too belong to your folks, dear poet, and folks of all the planet. And suddenly, a cloud of boomerangs appeared over the sky, and I heard the chants of didgeridoo. We exchanged messages with Udjuru through boomerang multiple times. That was much easier than smoke messaging. You, my friend on whose stone it writes, "Goodbye, my beloved husband." It is evident that you are uncomfortable about my photo taking. That's why all photos come out white. I promise you that I will put all the photos into the water in order to see the message you sent me clandestinely. If you say your grandson, who doesn't spare time for his grandmother due to his excessive stock exchange chasing, would be a gentleman, would be humane, write it to 3045, it will be sent to your mobile. I'm sorry, that is it in this age. Long time passed after the age of the secret postman. And where were they buried here? I don't want this poem to be buried under soil. I don't want to build a stone for each of my dead poems. I would rather burn the poem and throw the ashes. Maybe a tiny piece of it will reach my further country by this way.